Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands in my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and don't you worry, the shelves may be empty, but there are still plenty of Marvel Legends to talk about. And I've got some time off soon. The figures will get back on the shelf, and we have some new figures to look forward to putting on my shelf, as we have had lots of X-Men related reveals in the last couple of days. So pre-live stream, we had a whole wave of X-Men revealed yesterday, plus a load of Wolverine and other bits and bobs revealed today. So let's talk about it, shall we? Finally, we got some news. Let's bring in the super co-host, the super producer is, of course, Rich. Rich, we have some news.
I know. If anyone's seen this person, please could they contact me? Looking for Jubilee.
Air Extreme starting us off nice and hot. I appreciate that. Gifted a channel membership, which was caught by Miguel. Good catch, Miguel. He jumped, he caught it. Now he's got the channel membership for the month. So much appreciated, Air Extreme, showing some love to the channel. We appreciate that. Starting us off hot. Let's keep that energy going this festive season, because we have got lots of stuff to talk about. So for the last couple of weeks, me and Rich have been, as we do, just talking about topics and like diving deep and going off on tangents and like sometimes purposely digging a little bit too deep for the sake of conversation. It's always fun. But in the surface, we sort of knew what was going on. And it is, of course, Wolverine 50th anniversary. So today we actually had 4 2-packs revealed that we were discussing on the channel very recently. And we were pretty bang on. Like we played it very well.
Nearly there.
Yeah, we played it very well. I think we were being too nice, to be fair, but we were played it well. And then we've also had the second wave of X-Men figures revealed. Dan Hume teased a possible third wave. Like, where's my graphic? I've got a graphic here real quick. Here's the X-Men. We now have 12 different X-Men figures for X-Men 97. How many episodes of the show do we have currently, Rich, of the new series?
We have none. No episodes.
No episodes, but we have 12 figures. And we know the show's coming, of course we do. But Dan Yoon teased a third wave as, where's Beast? Where's Jubilee? Like Rich said, that the key characters are missing here. There's Morph, there's Sunspot. Like, they have plenty to fill a third wave, especially when you're throwing in characters out of nowhere like the Executioner. Not that I'm complaining. So, of course, we've got all of that to discuss today, plus all the little tidbits and stuff they revealed. So me and Rich are going to do a full live stream recap. I genuinely purposely try not to talk to anyone about this. I know Jay was live. He basically did a commentary. He was live while the Marvel team was live. It was very hard to listen to them both, to be completely honest, but I was trying. But I try purposely not to talk to anybody so I can save it for this conversation right here. What do I think? Nobody knows. Some things I like, some things I don't like as much. But overall, I think it was pretty positive. What are your thoughts? Just vague overall thoughts from today's reveals. Liked it, didn't like it, meh, hooray. What are you thinking?
It was 0 Jubilees, Dan.
Yeah.
So that's already a bad start for me. But otherwise, it was a lot of X-Men, so I'm happy with that. Hooray!
Yeah, it was the X-Men. I was thinking of the Power of X-Men podcast when I've seen lots of X-Men. I'm sure they will be breaking it down very soon as well. But yes, lots of X-Men to talk about. Some gaps we can fill in the collection. Some upgrades, some re-releases. So we will discuss all. But as we do, let's start off nice and slow. Let's take a deep breath, everyone, and let's do the housekeeping, all right? So hopefully you're sticking with us for the next hour or so, talking toys, talking these recaps, and then of course we'll be inviting some guests on for the after show. All right, so let's get into the housekeeping first and foremost. There's the X-Men we're going to be talking about, and there's all the long form content. And guess what, Rich? I've done a Turtles and Tea and Joes and Juice. They happened last week. Me and Tanner went live straight after Thursday's show last week, and then me, Tom, and Mark also did a Joes and Juice on the Friday night. So there is a relatively new episode of both Joes and Juice and Turtles and Tea on the channel right now. Go and check out the playlist to hear me and Tanner break down all the latest news in Turtle World, and also Tanner gives you his top 10 figures of the year in the world of Turtles. Spoiler alert, a lot of NECA stuff, but NECA are doing some good things. And then Joes and Juice, we had Mark and Tom give their top 10 classified so far. Because let's be honest, I'm expecting to be charged for Junkyard and Mutt later, and they have potential to be my favourites of the year. So far, at least, go and check those out right now. And then this weekend is the Legends and Liquor Extravaganza. So where's my graphic for Legends and Liquor? There it is. This Sunday, people, the 17th of December, it is the last Legends and Liquor of 2023. We are going to be crowning Duck Race champions. We are going to be doing a UK Secret Santa. We're going to be recapping people's top 3 figures of the year, not just Marvel Legends. So Legends and Liquor is the place to be. If you want to be a guest, all you have to do is hit that join button, people, at the channel membership tier, and I'll tell you all about that in a second. Let's keep going. Friday, Talking Robot Assistant, anything over £4 or $4. She will read it out loud. What did you think of the day's reveals? What were your favourite picks? Let us know via the super chat. Support the channel, contribute to the stream, and be part of the stream. We appreciate you. Someone check that Friday's working for me. I always appreciate that. Who else we got? We also have that join button. As I said, channel membership tiers. There's different ones. We've got the members club. That is for Legend of Liquor, and then the Who Crew Deluxe is for the Who Crew after show, the Dan Who Live after show tonight. So if you want to be on the channel tonight, that is the tier to do it. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I guess we'll just dive straight into the news here, Rich, unless you've got something fun to show off. But I haven't.
I've got something fun to show off, which you've been reviewing this week. I've got the Void Wave that has turned up, haven't I?
Thank you. It's like you set me up. So did you get everybody in that wave?
I got the 6 figures from the wave, yeah, and I've built the Void apart from, like, there seems to be one bit missing for some reason, but yeah, I've got all 6 figures. I've got Namorita. My lights are really bright tonight. Can't really see it. There we go. There's Namorita. There's Nemo, Savage Nemo. Looks quite good. I've got the best figure in the wave, Power Princess.
Indeed.
Review on the channel now.
She is killing it. I'm not even joking. The review for her is mad. Let me just quickly go over here.
There you go. That's a bit better.
Thank you very much for setting me up there, Rich. Because yes, absolutely. I've had a busy week. I'm not going to lie. So the Void Wave turned up on Saturday, thanks to Inderman Toys. So again, everyone asking me, where did I get it from? Hasbro sent on me directly. No, Inderman Toys.
This is not due out till 2024, Dan. How did you even have this, Dan?
The amount
this
of
is ridiculous.
What happens is,
burn Dan who? Burn him down.
I pay Inderman money for a transaction of goods, and then they send me those goods that I pay them for. It's how it works. So I pay.
How dare you? How dare you, Dan who?
No, how dare I just pay for things? So yeah, the Void Wave turned up in the UK. Not just me. You can see Rich showing them off. They arrived in the UK. I'm the only idiot with time to record them. So I did a review of so far Vision, because I thought he would be the most intrigued, but clearly not, as with nearly double the amount of views, we have Power Princess absolutely killing it, the final member of the Squadron Supreme. They saved the best till last, absolutely. I still get people messaging me asking her how she fits in with McFarlane figures. I knew I should have done a comparison in my video. I just couldn't be asked to dig through my boxes for McFarlane toys because my rooms are obviously empty right now. But
you should wait, because the McFarlane comic Wonder Woman hasn't come out yet. When that comes out, you can do a comparison then. Review that one. I will
do a comparison, of course I will. But yeah, so we got Power Princess. Chris Starr is also someone messaged me in the comments and was like, it's pronounced Crystar actually, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's Crystar, isn't it? Like, that's what it says on the advert.
Like a crystal? Crystar?
Yeah. The literally advert for the toy says Crystar. So, like...
He's not Jesus. It's not Crystar.
Christ. So, whoever you were in the comments, you're wrong, all right? I couldn't even be asked to tell him he's wrong. I just read the comment and rolled my eyes. I was like, I got to say...
You're wrong, comment here.
I'm always wrong. Everything I say is wrong. And then, of course, we had the new wave of X-Men revealed. So, I'm going to be talking about all of that. But let's first just say hello to the chat. Who has joined us here this evening? So Eddie Rodriguez is dropped in some Brandon emojis. Do you miss Brandon? We miss him too. He is not
He
here.
was
this evening.
my favorite co-host of all Dan Who co-hosts. I love the Brandon.
Brandon.
Bring back Brandon.
We'll start a campaign. The emoji is still there though. The emoji has never left. So yeah, thank you, Eddie, for the Brandon love. I'm sure he is lurking or watches us on the replay 3 weeks later. Who knows?
He's not lurking, Dan. He doesn't care about us anymore.
He doesn't care. I know. If you are here, though, say hello right now while I tell you about the live poll. So, of course, we had 4 Wolverine 2-packs revealed, and you're allowed 4 options in the poll. And my brain went, that'd be a genius poll. So that's exactly what I did, people. So, favourite Wolverine 2-pack reveal. Was it the Brood Wolverine and Lalandra, the Casual Wolverine or Cowboy Wolverine, whatever you want to call it, and the Jim Lee Sabertooth? So far, that's winning with 65%. We've got Mandarin Psylocke and Ninja Wolverine. And we talked about Mandarin Psylocke recently. We sort of give you clues it was coming. Maybe not the armour we wanted, but we'll get into that. And then we have Patch and Joe Fix It. So please let us
Which
know.
we got 100% right. We got Patch and Mr. Fix It 100% right. We're the champions. Champions.
So please let us know your favourite 4-pack reveal via the poll right now in the chat. And hopefully some people said hello so I can say hello back to them. The Topless Scroob, again, I hope Friday's working. This is our tester. The first super chat of the day is always a test to wake Friday up. So he says, where is Beast? I need furry treats. Furry teats. Oh, sorry. I thought you said...
He doesn't say treats. Yeah.
There's no R there. There's no
maybe
R
a treat.
there.
Maybe a treat for Topless Scoob.
It is a treat. Oh, there it is.
Hey!
I'll let Friday read this out while I take a sip.
Topless Scoob 5150 donated $5. Where is Beast? I need furry teats.
She's definitely didn't say treats either. She said teats. Thank you very much, Topless Scoob. We appreciate that. And we know he appreciates a topless person as well. We can confirm, though, no topless Marvel Legends revealed today. Or was there? We'll find out when we do a little recap. That's right. Let me scroll down.
No, there wasn't. There was no nipple.
Don't say that. Topless Scoob would leave. Right, Derek's in the chat. He says, what's good, Who Crew? What's good, Derek? I hope you're good.
Namor. Go and get Namor. Namor. All topless all the time.
Jay's I was talking about Jay a second ago. He is in the chat. He says, come on, chat. Joe Fix It needs more votes. I'll ask Rich what his favourite was once we go through them all today, because I can guess, but I wouldn't know if I was right or wrong. Bring Toys to Work, he says...
It's not Joe Fix It, I'll tell you that.
Well, I would have guessed that. Bring Toys to Work says, I want to know how Rich enjoyed his birthday. Yeah, but by the way, it was Rich's birthday, and we wasn't live to tell anybody. So, happy birthday, Rich. Did you have a fun day? Did you do anything nice?
Yeah, I drank lots and lots and lots, and went out and ate food and shopped, and then drank some more. And then got the train home and drank on the train. And then came home and drank some more. And then went on Instagram and drank some more.
Did a drinking Instagram live stream.
And then I was going to go and watch on parallel stream. And then that's when I fell asleep. I crashed out there. And I made it till 2 a.m. and that was my limit.
I noticed the next morning that you'd went live. And I was like, you must have went... Because I went to bed pretty late and you hadn't been live yet. So I was like, you were just going live in the middle of the night. So if you were up, that was a nice treat. Yeah.
At the minute, my Instagram seems to be either broken or maybe it's true, but it always says no one watches it. So I quite like it now. Every video has just got 0 viewers, even though it looks like I must be talking to myself in these things where I'm talking.
No, because I've joined some, so you're not talking.
No, I think it's broken, but every reel or anything I do comes up with 0 because I tried deleting and putting stuff back and it's still doing it. But yeah, so yeah, go and watch my video because no one will know you watched it. It will say 0.
My backgrounds on my chats have started to change, and I don't know when that started. Like just today, I was chatting away to people, put my phone down, I picked it back up, and now all the backgrounds of the messages are different. It's weird.
Oh,
yeah,
I haven't seen that.
Honestly, it's really weird. Where's my Legends and Liquor chat? I don't mind showing this one because it's just usually Mike Hex talking to himself. Where is it? Look, it's all background. See how it's changed all Christmas?
Oh, for Christmas.
Like,
oh, there we go.
It's not on the others though, so I don't know.
Maybe someone change it on there.
Has that happened to anyone else? Anyone's backgrounds changed? Anyway, lots of happy birthday messages in the chat for Rich there. Let me read out a few more names. We got there Oxlaw X. Greg Finstad says Dan is a Hasbro shill. He has a Hasbro employee emoji. That's, to be fair, he's not wrong. I do have a Hasbro employee emoji. He's got me on that one. There's the Wolfpack. Abnugler says he's down the well. He said, we're sending our love down the well, all the way down. You've got to be a long time watcher of the stream to even know what the fuck I'm on about when I do that. When you review Black Panther, please compare the black backs of the suit colour to the previous Atuma Wave Black Panther. Oh, I've already filmed that review. It's already uploaded and it will be live tomorrow. I don't know if I did a back comparison, but I did do a lot of comparisons. So I have graphics and everything in that video talking about the history of Marvel Legends Black Panther. So there's a bit of effort into that video, but clearly, as always, I don't do the one thing the comments want. It's always very funny. Sorry, Abner, I did not. I don't think I did a back comparison.
You need to do when you do Namor now. Make sure you do a back comparison for Abnegler to the last Namor, right?
Christopher Adams says hello. Cloud Foxwell. Wolverine love. Now she likes Wolverine. Lots of Wolverine love today. Compulsive Collector John, how you doing? We got Rush. I'm sure Rush was happy with some reveals this week as well. Paul McCarthy, Eddie Rodriguez. Oh, we don't like him because he just loves Brandon. Doesn't like us. Just wants Brandon here. Only joking, Eddie. We're fine. Jay-Z, Lauren, Super
and me, Eddie, and me. It could be in the pub now.
Super Turk 5000, even all. Jason Lopez, the retweeting king. He says local Englishman brought toys available from UK retailer. I know, what a headline! What a headline! Crazy. Justin Collect says down with Dan Who. Yeah, I know. Just start the campaign. There's still people on YouTube trying to take me down, and I just ignore them. It makes them powerless. Trust me. Just ignore idiots. That's my motto in life. Ignore idiots. You're welcome. Kev's Collectibles says he didn't get a Crystar. Shogun.
Crystar. You saying it?
Crystar. Oh,
Crystar.
No,
you were saying it wrong now.
He wrote it Crystar on purpose, right? Because we were just talking about Crystar. Oh, never mind. Anyway, let me scroll. Anyway, let's talk about some fucking toys. Let's do. I need to stop swearing.
Siri is now searching Toronto for me. I don't know what I just said then, but
what's it telling you about Toronto?
Okay, Toronto is a city in Canada.
A Topless Scoob again. Thank you very much,
Topless Scoob 5150 donated $5. Happy birthday, Rich. Let's pop our tops off for him.
He's just trying. He tries his hardest, doesn't he? He says, happy birthday, Rich. Let's pop our tops off for him. Like, he just casually tries to sneak it in there, doesn't he? He's like, I'm just going to try and get
this does come down quite easy, to be fair. I didn't realise it would come down that far. There we go. Nearly had a nip slip.
Rich's pizza. Right. Let's talk about some bloody reveals, all right? Let's do this. Let me get rid of the chat. I love your chat. We appreciate you, but let's do it. So yesterday we had some pre-reveals that we didn't expect to see. Obviously, everyone's just waiting for the live stream, but because these are technically MCU figures, as these are Disney Plus, Disney and Marvel Studios production.
They're not MCU. Don't put that in the world. These are not part of the MCU.
Well, they're part of Marvel Studios, right? Or Disney Plus sort of world. I don't class them as part.
Tenuously, like Crystar is a part of the Marvel universe. Yeah, like tenuous, very tenuous.
In my head canon, like live action, animated is something different. So, but because they're Disney Plus and their Marvel Studios are involved, it meant Marvel.com got the reveal, which is something that happens regularly with live action figures, so it shouldn't have been too much a surprise to see Marvel.com have the official reveal of Wave 2. Again, this hasn't been a secret. They've basically already confirmed to us we were getting a Wave 2. They just never told us who was in that wave, but now we know. We've got Jim Lee Cyclops, we've got the Executioner, a new Magneto, the Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor, for the first time ever in Marvel Legends. Insane. After 21 years, she's here. We've got Nightcrawler, and is it redemption for Jean Grey? Let's discuss. I know, we're so close. We were so close. I sort of did my reaction video yesterday with only looking at the packaged pictures, right? Because I ate my dinner while they were being revealed, and I was like, shit, I need to do a video. So I went upstairs and only did my reveal based off these packaging photos. So I didn't realise that, like, Nightcrawler was pinless. I didn't realise that, like, Jean's ab didn't crunch or anything. So there was a few nitpicky things that I haven't really got to mention yet. So that's what we're going to break down now. So as always, thank you very much to Toy Arc, because I'm going to steal your images. Much appreciated. Right, let's start off with whoever they have in order. So let's just do first things first, start off with Cyclops. So Cyclops, I think, was the most easiest guess. If I had to like put the most money on guessing who would be in Wave 2, it would have been Scott Summers' Cyclops. Since we got the VHS version of the new Vulcan body with the keyed in sort of elements of his design, we all knew at some point we would get a cel shaded-less version. There were people out there with their stealing their girlfriend's nail varnish, getting rid of the cel shading on the VHS version to create this. But if you were patient, then now you have the opportunity to get a Jim Lee Cyclops without the cel shading on the new Vulcan body with all the keyed in elements. And for the first time on the Jim Lee mold, we get the interchangeable head with the Ruby Quartz blast effect that we've only gotten before on another retro card, but that was the X Factor one, if I remember correctly. So Cyclops, what do you think of Cyclops, Rich?
I think we said Cyclops and Jean had to be in this wave, and we was right. We got them two right. But yeah, I mean, it uses that VHS body, which I think is a great Cyclops. Gives us some new things, like we've got the new head, we've got the optic blast effect as well. And yeah, looks decent. Look, it is that figure again. So if you missed out on that, or you didn't want the cel shading, it's a good figure to have. It fits in with everything else, and it's completely all on the new body molds, all pinless. It's got an extra head as well, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, like absolutely. All the X-Men in this wave come with extra heads. So hooray! Hooray for extra head.
Yeah, extra head. Who doesn't like a bit of extra head? You think the day's over, you think it's all done. Extra head, I take it. I take it every day of the week. I wish it happened every day of the week. Just one. I'll take one day. Anyway, I'm sorry. This isn't therapy, is it? Yeah, so Cyclops. There he is. The layup, that was, of course, Cyclops. So I guess if we're talking Cyclops, we'll move straight onto Jean. So let me find an image of Jean here. So, Jean Grey, Redemption. So Jelly-Leg Jeans is notoriously one of the worst female Marvel legends of the recent time. Just everything about it was wrong, especially the VHS version. The colour of the hair was wrong, the parting was wrong. She had the single jointed elbows, the terrible jelly legs. She didn't stand. Everything
with Jean Grey of every figure they've ever released is wrong. And worst of all, she doesn't even fucking stand up. She takes the shelf down with her. Yeah. She is by far and away the worst Marvel legend. And I say this somewhat as a Kitty Pryde hater, as a Crystar hater. Jean Grey has all of the worst Marvel legends until maybe now.
Yeah, so I think we can say that this is definitely a step in the right direction. Is it the perfect quintessential Jean Grey? I still think there's room for a little bit more, but this is absolutely still an upgrade for our Marvel Legend collection. So with Jean, like Rich said, a bit of extra head, not mad about that. Also, the ponytail now head sculpt is a lot more accurate as it has the sort of the quiff sweeping in the right direction. The ponytails are... I know it's such a small detail, but that's our mind's eye. This stuff matters. The ponytail's articulated, so you can have it sort of just natural, or you can have it in like an action pose, which again is nice options for posing.
It's the right colour as well. It's the right colour red. That's good. The ponytail is where a ponytail is. They've looked at real women. They haven't just guessed where a ponytail goes, and the ponytail goes in the back of the head.
Just there.
There. But the ponytail goes in the right place, and it's articulated. She's got more articulation now on her hair than she does on her boobs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So the heads are nice. The two heads are very nice. If I can have a little zoom in, again, we do get the digital face printing tech now on all figures, and it genuinely does make a difference. You can still be a fan of previous Marvel Legends, but you cannot deny that these are looking really nice now. So both head sculpts really, really good. But as I should probably stay zoomed in here. So let's first, as I'm a half full type of guy, let's just discuss the positives about Jean. All right. So we've talked about the heads, great heads, double jointed, pinless female elbows, another great thing. Brand new legs.
And, double, and we missed out on the shoulder pad pieces as well.
Yes.
They're not keyed in. They're like the Monet ones, so they can move about as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. New legs seem to be a little bit thicker. Usually the pinless figures are a lot more sturdier. So new legs, another positive thing. Okay. But let's scroll up to the blaring, obvious sort of, I don't want to say issue. Issue's a strong word, but a point of frustration, I think, is going to be. Because again, like always, they get so close to doing a figure perfect. not to be. So Jean has the ball joint at the waist. So she does still swivel at the waist, and she will, of course, still lean forward and back. But it'll be more of a rock than it will be a crunch. So I do think if she had the ab crunch here, especially because the design actually is quite easy to hide the mechanics of an ab crunch in there, isn't there? Because you could have the lines of the break where the blue is. So I do think her costume design actually allows for a natural break for the ab crunch here. But for whatever design reason, we've got the ball joint instead of the ab crunch. So would you agree, Rich, that that's the glaring sort of, again, first point of frustration with this Jean? So close, but annoying.
It's weird because it's like they had all the complaints we've had with all the Jeans like till now. They've addressed every single one of the complaints, but then something no one complained about, the torso articulation, is the thing they took away, and it's like, come on, you could have knocked this one out the park, made it the Jean Grey that everyone wanted, and you took it away. And my thing with this is, because this is such a simple body as well, so many of the X-Men females have this like line going down the middle with the things. I just wonder then, are they going to reuse this on Kitty Pryde? Are they going to reuse it on the new X-Men, on Revenge? There's so many females with this body that they can reuse it, and this shouldn't be the new body mode going forward. Get rid of it. No, we don't want it. We want the articulation. Like, if anything, give us both. Give us the waist ball and the ab articulation. Give us both of them on the females. Use the Black Widow one. You've got a perfect female now. Give us that on everyone. Be greedy. Come on.
Yeah. So again, there's pros and cons with this figure, absolutely. Is this going to be the best Jim Lee representation of Jean Grey in our Marvel Legends collection so far? Yes, absolutely. But is it perfect? Not quite. Not quite. I'm just the type of guy who has all my characters on the shelf, school book cover, so she will still look great on the shelf, I have no doubts. But if you're into posing, playing, displaying, you will find it frustrating, I think. But still, the best Jean Grey so far.
She's not going to fall over, so she's already like 1,000% better. I keep saying 1,000% better than the other Jeans. But like you said, it is like the worst figure of all figures. So,
but I'll be getting it. Her and Cyclops do look great, and of course, I know we've had many of them recently in recent time, but they're essential parts of the X-Men. And I've been telling the Marvel team at every occasion I get to, please complete a team in one format. Just let's have one format of a team. Like, of course, you can take a comic character and a VHS figure and this and this and this, but let's just release the core Jim Lee X-Men in one format. And the potential of a wave 3 here gives me hope we may actually get this in the X-Men 97 lineup. But time will tell. Time will tell. Fingers crossed. Ryan is lurking. I can see him in the chat. So Ryan, all right, just complete a team in this format, please, for the love of God. We need it in our lives. Right, let's keep going. So let's go who they have then next. Okay, I want to save Madeline. So let's go to Magneto. Now, we already had Magneto in Wave 1, and we were questioning. Well, we weren't questioning. We were just having a conversation about, we've actually seen his new costume design. And you told me where this is from, right?
Yeah, this is from the New Mutants. So in the comic books, Magneto takes over, becoming headmaster of the New Mutants. It's not a look that he's had in the animated show in the 5-season Fox Kids run, but in the promo images that have come out for X-Men 97, he's wearing it, and it does say like in the blurb for the TV show that Magneto takes over running the school with Xavier in space. So it makes sense that he would go to his headmaster look.
Yeah. Is this the same sort of time? Is it Banshee and Emma Frost are like his teachers? Is he the head teacher of them? No,
they're Generation X. They're the better teachers, Dan. Okay. But this is so who's that? It's like he's like Cannonball, Magic, Wolfsbane, that era of New Mutants, and it's like the X-Men team are kind of like it's Storm, Wolverine, Colossus, Psylocke, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde. Those are in the main X-Men team.
Well, I think the figure looks great, and it is, like you said, based off the very first piece of promo art we have gotten from X-Men 97, where we had that lineup and it revealed that Sunspot and the Morph was in the team as well. So it's not a secret that he was in this outfit, and I think they've done a pretty good representation of that in plastic. I believe he is completely pinless. He's got 2 interchangeable head sculpts, one more neutral, one a little bit more angry. And the great thing is with these is that we've got lots of other Magnetos you can now use these head sculpts on. Like the Magneto that came in Wave 1 had 2 Magneto helmet head sculpts. Now you could, if you buy this, you have more display options. So I always love little details like that. But I think it's a pretty solid representation of the character design. It's all the standard Marvel Legends articulation you all want. And the cape is a new cape. And I know there's a whole debate, do you like plastic capes or not? But for what it is, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah, I really like this. It's all pinless, all on the new body mode. Comes with another alternate head as well. And like you said, you can swap that onto the other Magneto. It's a nice looking figure. And it's like different expressions. I think sometimes when they do like an angry face, like the alternate head, people complain that they want like a neutral face. So giving us both is a good thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do like this. And again, like this is probably... Dan Yoon even said it in the live stream. The clips he's seen at San Diego Comic-Con, it was this version of Magneto that was sort of front and center. So I do think this is going to be his main look in the new show. Of course, the other one's forever iconic, but this is going to be the sort of new look moving forward. So now we have it in plastic already. So there is Magneto. Let's go on to Nightcrawler then. So Nightcrawler, again, when I first seen this image, I just assumed it was the same Nightcrawler we had previously, but with just a couple of different heads with some different paint, etc. But in closer inspection, it is actually an updated version of that figure we got in 2019. So it's now a completely pinless version of Nightcrawler. And to be fair, that previous Nightcrawler was a solid Marvel Legend anyway. And we always thought, because he had a unique body, it would be reused again, but they just changed that red to a different colour like we see on some comics. And I never hated that idea, because I thought I could have a Nightcrawler in my X-Men display, I could have a Nightcrawler in my Excalibur display. So this is the first time we've got a Nightcrawler since that, and it's the same one, but with upgrade. So it's a new pinless version of the Nightcrawler design we have already had, but it's probably one of Nightcrawler's most iconic looks anyway. And this is also one of those characters that's quite expensive on the aftermarket to try and backtrack, because he has only been released once in the sort of modern era. So it is an opportunity for people to just get a nice Cyclops in their Nightcrawler in their collection, because all these figures, yes, are based off the X-Men animated show, but I do think you can blur the lines with these, because they haven't got the cell shading on, and their character designs on the show are basically just ripped from the comics. You can absolutely use these in a comic display. So what do you think of Nightcrawler, Rich? Would you be getting the upgrade? Is it worth it for you?
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic figure. I think Nightcrawler hasn't had enough figures released over the years. So to get another one, it is great to get him. I didn't think we'd get him this soon in these waves. Like he was shown in the promo arts, but I didn't think they do like Nightcrawler yet. So to get Nightcrawler is good. Hopefully that means he's in the animated TV show more, because he had some great stories in the original X-Men animated TV show. And yeah, pinless arms, double jointed, just, yeah, great. And comes with an alternate head again. Yeah, I like this Nightcrawler. I mean, he could have come with the swords. I think that's what a lot of people said. But then in the animated TV show, he didn't really have the swords as much. That is like a more like Excalibur comic book, a more recent thing that he's had the swords as well. So who knows? But I've got loads of swords. I can give him a sword if I want to give him one.
I actually forgot about a Nightcrawler that we have gotten in Marvel Legends form after that 2019 version. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Little baby Nightcrawler.
Yeah, we got baby Nightcrawler packed in with Mystique in the VHS line. So technically that is Nightcrawler, so no articulation. It's just a head in a blanket.
Dwight kept saying baby, like
baby. Baby.
Like from Schitt's Creek, like the woman from Schitt's Creek. Baby.
I thought it was like Austin Powers, baby.
Oh, could it be?
It was what's it? Fat bastard was going to get how much? I want to eat your baby, or whatever he said.
Baby.
Anyway, yeah, Dwight did say it weird, but yes, Nightcrawler we have had in a baby form, but now we have an adult back in the X-Men animated show. Was his old tail bendy wire, or am I making that up? Was that just a dream I had? I don't think it was.
No.
It wasn't. Again, just a dream I had, clearly. But there you go. So an opportunity to get Nightcrawler in your collection, and if you already do, you can have an option with the Electro card. But it is upgraded. It is pinless, so I don't mind.
Russell Lemieux in the chat says he's going to die before X-Men 97 comes out. It is out early next year. I'm sure we will get a trailer like soon. I reckon. After What If, I reckon we'll get a trailer in the new year.
I send positive vibes and good health, because you don't need to live too much longer to see X-Men. Honestly, like in this. Yeah, so hopefully everyone here gets to see X-Men return to our screens in animated form. Okay, let's go to the Executioner next. Now, I don't remember the Executioner much from the animated show, if at all. Like, I genuinely can't pull him from the show. So this must be new for the show. First time in the show. Obviously, we've had him in the comics for many years. But this is also the very first time ever in Marvel Legends form we are getting an Executioner figure. Never had him in any type of representation. I believe you might have in the Toy Biz era, in the 5-inch form. But
he had a Toy Biz figure.
Yeah, so never in the 6-inch proper Marvel Legends, Toy Biz or Hasbro. We have never had an Executioner. So brand new, first time in the line character, which I always appreciate. And they seem to have went all out on him. Not only is he pinless, it seems to be a lot of newness there. I don't see much reuse at all due to the unique character design. New weapon pieces as well. Plenty of display options. Again, multiple weapons that you can store on his back. I always appreciate when you can actually store accessories on the character on the shelf. So yeah, again, it's very vague, the details we know of how he falls into the animated show until we see it, of course. But for him to have a figure already, so that means like the marketing material has been given to Hasbro, so he must have quite a decent role in the show, you would think. What do you think of the Executioner? First time we're getting him in figure form, and also just what do you think of the character? Is it one that you were happy to have?
So yeah, I'm really happy with this reveal. I think like the fact that X-Men 97 is pulling from the comic book. So this is Carl Denty. He's like an FBI agent who like he hates mutants, and then he gets all these like weapons. He's basically working with someone who works for Charles Xavier, who's getting like all these like extraterrestrial weapons. And then like mysteriously that guy dies, and then he like takes all his stuff, and then he becomes like this guy out to get all the mutants. He's
like
out to kill everyone.
It's like a Punisher, but just after mutants type thing, right?
Yeah, well, he's like, if you look at his belt, he's got FOH on it, like Friends of Humanity. So obviously he's working for the Friends of Humanity, been mentioned in like promo stuff for the TV series. He's working for the bad guys who are out to get like the mutants. He's tried to kill the X-Men numerous occasions. He went after Emma Frost when she was in a coma. He's gone after a lot of different people over the years. He's a bit of a badass. Like, he doesn't like mutants. He wants to like kill them all. And he's a good villain to have, I think. Because like the Friends of Humanity tend to be like those like guys in suits with placards like mourning. Yeah. But in the comic books, they've got more militarized as it's gone on. And this is a great looking figure. I think it's got a great sculpt on it. I like that cape. He's got a shit ton of weapons. Just a great looking figure. I'm happy with this one.
Yeah, and where's Jay at? I want to see Jay. Have you got a particular emoji to explain this weapon for me? Because he didn't have a clue what this was on his stream. It's part of a Sentinel, right? It's part of it's like a Sentinel cannon or something like that, I believe. Yeah, I reckon he looks good. And again, I always love adding new characters to the line. Again, we're going into the 21st year of Marvel Legends, or 22 years of Marvel Legends, and we're still adding new characters. So I know I've seen Rush very happy about this. This was on his list of most wanted. So hopefully he's happy with an animated version, but this can still fit into a comic display, right? The character design is pretty close to what we see in the comics. I should have got a comic image up, to be honest.
I think especially because he's masked as well. I think he fits more into a comic version. It doesn't look too animated or anything like that. Again, it's not like 100% his 90s look, but it's decent enough. I think it would fit in with an X-Men villains display.
Yeah, I'm just trying to grab a comic image of decent quality, but they're all very grainy. Is that one? There you go, that's one. Why are they all going so bloody small? Oh,
that's what she said.
Oh no. Oh no, I set him up for that, didn't I? There he is. So obviously they've tweaked his style for the animated show, of course, but you can still see those elements of him there for sure. It sort of looks like a buffer version of Deathstroke from DC World, isn't it? With the colour palette, them just with a gnarly helmet on type thing. So,
well, the reason is like it's all like a mismatch. It's kind of like he takes the things from different places. So the helmet is from one place, the armor is from another place, the shoes are from another place. So that's why it kind of looks like that. So it looks like they're gonna follow that into the animated TV show as well. So it should be good to see.
Yeah, indeed. And there you go. He's got the emoji. He thinks it looks like an aubergine or a an eggplant, whatever side of the continent you're on. But no, it's a Sentinel cannon. But he looks great. Super Turk said, who dat? Well, now we just told you, my friend. It's the Executioner, X-Men villain, bounty hunter for the X-Men, essentially, with lots of fancy weaponry and tech. But we will see how he plays into the animated show. But again, if he's got a Marvel Legend, he's got to be playing a decent role. Now, have we saved the best till
like
last?
Rintra.
Like Rintra. What a
He's going to be the star of X-Men 97 now.
What a great Rintra. When I came out of the Doctor Strange film, Rintra was, I just couldn't get him out of my brain because I was like, what a role he had. Like without Rintra in that film, it would have played so differently.
That's why the MCU is in the state it's in now. We needed a Rintra Disney Plus series. That's what we needed.
I'm waiting for it. It was the role in Rintra played in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was integral. Like I'm so glad we have that Marvel Legend in plastic to remind me of that important role he played in the film. Anyway, moving on. We look forward to. We will recap, of course, the Rintra Disney Plus show when they announce it. We're very excited for it. Right now, did we save the best till last, Rich? Because right here we have the not controversial Madeline Pryor, aka the Goblin Queen. Now, we have never.
She's not controversial. What's controversial about her? Come on.
I'm joking. People, I use this word too lightly. People have already been attacking me in the comments for saying that in other videos. I obviously I like to when people have different opinions. I just like to dial it up and be like, controversial for the sake of drama. But I don't actually think it's controversial. My point was going to be that we have never, ever, ever had her in the Marvel Legends line. And I feel like she's such an important character in certain stories of the X-Men lore. And some of the most popular X-Men stories as well, with Jean, she's obviously a clone of Jean Grey, spoiler alert, and Cyclops and all of that. So it's like crazy that we've had Legends for so long and never had a Madeline Pryor. And then it was sort of teased to us that we could get a Madeline Pryor as she was going to be an unlock for the Engine of Vengeance, which was the HasLab that we'll not talk about. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And everyone thought, oh, okay, we missed out on the opportunity to add the Goblin Queen to our collection. But to be fair to the Hasbro team, they never once said we will never get the character again. They did always just say, you'd never get her in this incarnation again. You'd never get her in this style and this design again.
No, I think they did say that she would never show up in a regular
Really?
wave. I don't think that they could. You can
Ryan's...
go back on it, but I'm pretty sure they did say this will be the only way you'd ever see Madeline Pryor. She will never be in a regular wave, and here we are.
I think Ryan Ting was more smarter with his words. Dwight might have said something like that, caught off guard. He talked about.
Look, you just blaming poor Dwight. I don't think it was Dwight. I really don't think it was Dwight.
I just think they're too clever just to say, oh, we're never going to get a Madeline again. Like I reckon they said something like, again, I could be wrong, so I'm not trying to defend anybody here. I could be wrong. My presumption was they always said that we'd never get her in that style again, but they never meant the character was off the table. But of course, after the Engine of Vengeance failed, c'est la vie, we all knew we weren't going to get a Madeline anytime soon. So like we all knew that was obvious. But it has been over a year now. We have had a successful HasLab since then. Hasbro have got rid of boring plastic-free packaging. We were on like a bit of things go in peaks and troughs, and let's be honest, Legends have been a bit low recently. But we're coming out at the end of that. We see light at the end of the tunnel, and Madeline Pryor is here. Like, surely you're happy about this? This is a great looking figure as well.
I'm ecstatic about this one. Figure of the wave. Justice for Madeline as well. Because unlike a lot of other people, I thought that first Madeline, the Engine of Vengeance Madeline, was a shit figure. The thing about Madeline is that like she's been corrupted. She's been corrupted by Mr. Sinister. She's been corrupted by the Inferno demons. And she's gone from being like this, like quite like plain Jane character who looked like Jean Grey, who like wore like a bloody jumpsuit, flew aeroplanes, dated Scott Summers, the most boring of all X-Men, and then got corrupted and was a total slag. She was there, boobs out, like a loincloth with all these goblins, like trying to murder the X-Men. She was a brilliant character. And this has got boobs, Dan. She's got boobs. You know, she's the villain because she's got a boob window. She's got cleavage. She's got everything. She's in leather. It's a kids' TV show. Someone think of the children. But there we go. I think she looks great. It kind of looks like her modern day look as well. I'm surprised that they did this look after saying all that, when I think this is more revealing than that other Madeline. I think that if they can get this out, they can do that other Madeline. Not that I want that other Madeline. I want underboob. I want underboob if they do it. Make it a blooming... what kind of store exclusive? Love Honey. Give it to Love Honey. I'm sure they would do it as an exclusive.
Are like, what's wrong with it? All the Americans are Googling Love Honey now.
Don't Google Love Honey. Safe search on.
I just like the way you called it a boob window. Do you reckon any female out there refers to a top like this as a boob window?
I don't know any females, Dan. Come on.
I'm going to ask Amanda when she gets in. I'll be like, have you got any dresses that reveal the boob window? She's going to be very confused. I'll report back on that. But that's how much me and Rich know about female fashion. But this, like,
but she's got a baby. Look, she's thinking of the children. Look at that.
Think of the children. It's like what's it, Reverend Lovejoy's wife. Think of the children. It's a baby. It's a baby, as Dwight says. Is that baby Nathan Summers? Maybe that's a Cable. Is that officially a Cable figure? Who?
But it is officially a new baby. It's not a reuse of bloody Hulk again, like we had for Nightcrawler. And if you were wanting to build out the X babies, you've got Cable and Nightcrawler now. It might not be the X babies we wanted, but it's the X babies we're getting.
I'm just gonna have a little section on my shelf, which is gonna be a nursery. I'll just have a couple of the figures just looking after all the babies, just like, and that's like the daycare center of the Marvel Legends display. You got a Nightcrawler baby, a Hulk baby, another baby. I'm saying it like Dwight now, for God's sake. Anyway, I digress. Madeline Pryor, brand new character to add to the Marvel Legends line. Genuinely really happy about it. I was a little bit disappointed to not get her with the Engine of Vengeance, of course, but obviously what happened there is history now, ancient history. But I am happy to have this character, and like you said, based off her, I'm trying to be very careful with what I say, because I know I often dig myself holes. But like you said, she's very similar to her Dark Reigns look, who we've got what's his name?
Chasm,
thank you. And then we also got Hallows Eve recently revealed. So this Madeline Pryor, yes, obviously, and it's an animated series representation of Madeline Pryor, blah blah blah. But you could absolutely pair her up with Chasm and Hallows Eve and create a nice little trilogy of villains there. Spider-Man storyline, right?
Everyone's saying your volume is low versus mine.
Oh, okay, my bad. It's because it's this new mic. That's what it is. I'm just gonna talk like I'm on an interview. One sec. Does this help? Do I talk like this? Is that better for everybody? It's all good, right? I know this is the issue, so it's all good.
You're right.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm gonna stick this right here.
Do you want me to speak quieter? Hello,
no, it's fine. It's the mic. It's the mic positioning that's off. I'll put it closer to my face. We should be good.
Window, underboob. Window, underboob.
Tanner, and by the way, I feel like I've been neglecting some of these channel membership tokens. Let me scroll up for a minute, because we did get one that I don't want to ignore from 16 Shooter, which of course we're going to get to, Trevor. But he says, there's no other reveals, only Angel. Oh, and happy birthday, Rich. So,
hey, thank you.
So, of course, we will discuss Angel very, very soon. Z-Man also says that the MCU adjacent because it's multiverse, so yes, referring to X-Men 97. It is a Marvel Studios branded thing, so, and yeah, could be in the multiverse, could be in What If, I don't know. It's adjacent's a good word, I like that, Z-Man. And then Tanner says, all these baby figures, we need a fat bastard figure. I think there was one. I think Mezco might have done Austin Powers figures.
McFarlane did one.
McFarlane, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did a fat bastard.
Sabertooth, find that out for us and then reveal it on the Dan Who Deluxe show later today. That would be good to know. But I think they did. I absolutely think they did. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Right, so quick ranking then, or top three figures of these.
So Madeline is number one.
Yep.
Above everyone else. Madeline is my favourite. And she's all pinless as well. The cape looks lovely. The head sculpt looks lovely. I think people said, like, oh, her skin is a bit pale. But she's a goblin queen. She's living in a demon dimension. The only thing I would have done with Madeline, being greedy, is I would have given her a goblin. That is the only thing she is missing. But I will now be tracking down some translucent green plunderlings to put with Madeline. I think they would look good with that.
Plunderlings, yeah, that would be pretty funny.
She is my favorite one. Then I like the Executioner. Again, it's a new character, so yep. I like the Executioner. I put him number 2, and then I do like the Jean, but she hasn't got the arm articulation. So I'm gonna go with Magneto. Even though honestly I do think this wave is a lot better than the first wave. Everyone's on new bodies, 4 alternate heads, more stuff with it. So yeah, it's better than the first wave, which I liked a lot as well. So I recommend all 6 of them. I will be getting 2 lots of these 6 again.
Yeah, so there you go. 12 X-Men, 97 figures now. I agree with Rich. I think if you were... as a Marvel Legends collector, if I only had to get 3 right now, it would be the Goblin Queen, the Executioner, because we haven't got them in our collection so far, so it's all about that world building, that character representation, and that version... We've got many Magnetos on our shelf, but we have not got that version of Magneto, and I could also use those updated head sculpts on some of my previous versions as well, just to give a little bit of difference to my other Magneto. So, where I've got all 3 of those other figures on the shelf already. Granted, these are better versions. I want them, but if I would never going to get those figures, I know I've still got a Jim Lee Cyclops, Jean Grey, and a decent Nightcrawler on the shelf. So yeah, I do think those 3, like you mentioned, the Executioner, Goblin Queen, and Magneto will be very sought after for sure. But there you go. So wave 3, Rich, do you reckon, before we move on, there's going to be a wave 3? Dan Yoon did jump in and say, oh, potential for a wave 3. Is that him basically giving a wink and nod to the audience that a wave 3 is absolutely coming?
We've got to get a wave 3 because it is missing the best of all X-Men. It's missing Jubilee, Dan. Come on,
I thought
Jubilee.
You were going to say Beast. I thought you were going to say our good friend Hank McCoy.
I would never say that out loud, ever.
Look, I know Hank's not loved in the comics, but my love for Hank is all from the animated series. Thank you very much, Chadwick, for the super chat. He says, sad day, no Electro or Lizard. Yeah, I didn't expect to see any MCU figures, but we did see a couple. But yeah, not the ones that people want. No Electro and Lizard. I think we will get Electro and Lizard. It's just today was not the day, unfortunately. But I do think they are on the radar for some point in 2024. So hopefully revealed soon rather than later. But they know that those 2 characters are missing from No Way Home. So we will get them. It's just today was not the day. Today was very X-Men heavy for obvious reasons. So yeah, so there you go. 12 X-Men, 97 figures. Wave 3 potential, possibly. I hope so. Me and Rich will, of course, break that down on a future stream, I am sure. Right, let's go over. And
cheers to everyone for the birthday wishes in the chat. Abnagla, Kevin, everyone who's about. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, right. Let's go to... Right, so let's recap this stream then, shall we? So as I said, buckle in. I appreciate everyone being here. Right, we've got no one watching us apparently. The stream's still live, right? It says 0.
It's like my Instagram. Yeah, it's still live.
I always panic. I'm like, are we off? Are we not? Is everyone just fed up now? Right, okay, there's a shout out Ryan, Dwight, and Dan. Where's Dwight's Christmas jumper? Let the team down. Disappointing, Dwight. Right, first off, they actually showed a physical version of everybody's favourite Red Widow. It is Red Widow, right? I'm getting confused. I swear, actually, I was reading, when I was doing my Power Princess review, I always, read a couple of panels or pages or something just to, see what's going on with the character. And I swear, the Sorcerer Supreme were teaming up with Red Widow. I swear I've seen...
that's the only place she appears, is in the Jason Aaron Avengers run. So she does appear there, but then... You've probably read all of her appearances.
Okay, so there you go. I am an expert. If you have any questions on the Red Widow, come to me, because I've read the 1 page she was on, and now I know everything. She's part of the Winter Guard, of course. The figure looks pretty good, to be fair. I grant it's a newer character, not much attachment to the character yet, but the figure looks pretty good. She's pinless. The cape's unique. I like it. I don't hate it at all. Again, I ain't got no attachment to the character, but as a figure, I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I'm curious where it's going to end up. Is it a single pack? Is it part of a wave, Build-A-Figure wave? You would hope so. Being such an obscure figure, they're not going to do it single. It's going to be part of a Build-A-Figure wave with a desired Build-A-Figure piece in there. That would be my early prediction. What about you, Rich? Early prediction on where we're going to end up seeing this?
I mean... Yeah, maybe. Who cares?
Right, fair enough. Anyway, early reveal. That wasn't a reveal. It's the first time we're seeing it in physical form. But there you go. There it is.
She does look like a nice figure, but I don't think it's a figure that anyone wanted. And I don't think... unless it's in a 2-pack with a much-needed figure, I don't see this one selling at all. Or unless, maybe she's got a Disney Plus series coming out next year. Who knows, Dan? Who knows?
That's why I said Build-A-Figure wave with a desired Build-A-Figure That's how you move that one. Right. Next up, they revealed, not really revealed, they just basically announced that they're going to be re-releasing the Iron Man Mark 85 and also the Spider-Man Iron Spider. I genuinely think the Iron Spider, right, would have been a great re-release if it had the legs, because it never had a single pack release with the legs. And that Iron Man and Spider-Man 2-pack with the Waldos, the 4 legs, is very hard to get on the aftermarket, very expensive. So if they'd released the Iron Spider-Man with the legs, I actually think that would have been a great figure to release single packs for people to backtrack and catch up. However, that wasn't the case. It's just the regular Iron Spider, and this figure we've already got about 4 times already, to be honest. So they were very open and said, look, these are just 2 re-releases for new collectors to get on board. Obviously, Spider-Man and Iron Man, very popular. So they want to keep these characters on the shelf in their movie representations, because there's a whole generation of collectors where this is their Iron Man and Spider-Man. Do you know, that's just the way it is. And like, I know this isn't for everybody, but if you want to see Marvel Legends of the line succeed, like, you need to keep the line strong and you need to keep it growing. You need to get new people on board, because every time someone jumps on collecting Legends, someone is dropping out. So of course you want to keep the line alive. So this is sort of part of that, I think. So I'm not mad at it. They're not for me. I will obviously skip them, but it's nice that a kid walking down the aisle can still pick one of these characters up off the shelf, and that may be the start of their collection. So I'm not going to be mad and moan about this, but they're not for me. Any thoughts, Rich?
Yeah, same. It's not something that I need, but I think like getting these A-list characters out there is a good thing. I mean, and I think they said these are the only 2 this year, and they seem to be like, if they like single pack, you can get them for like the kids who want a Spider-Man or an Iron Man. They want like the movie versions because that's what they're most familiar with. It's a good way to get that out there. I mean, they haven't said the prices on these. Hopefully these are cheaper, or at least the same price as like a normal Marvel Legend figure, because I think that will like help people. And hopefully they'll go and do this thing for the comic book line as well, because I think like keeping the A-list MCU characters is great, but keeping the comic book characters, I think there's a lot of comic characters people want, they've missed out on. It's a good way to get those back out there again. So as like, you know, one and done type of lines, I think they said these are the only 2 for next year. There's no other ones. So a couple a year, keeping them like in stock in shops is a good thing. I don't see anything wrong with it. Again, not for me, but it's not for me. It's more of a mass market thing. So happy with that. You carry on. Do these give me characters like Lady Mandarin? I will be happy.
No, absolutely. As I said, look, this is for the next generation of collectors, the next collector of Marvel Legends, people that want to backtrack, whatever it is. But like, I don't know how any Marvel Legend fan would be mad at A-list characters getting re-released for the mass market, because we want to keep the line strong. Like, let's be honest, if a kid's walking down the aisle of a shelf and they can buy an action figure, and you've got a Red Widow and an Iron Man that was in 10 MCU movies that I'm sure they've grew up with, which one's going to be more likely to get that next collector on board? So you got to keep these A-list characters on the shelf, which is absolutely fine, and I can save myself some pennies. Not mad about it at all. So moving on. Okay, so another re-release, but with an upgrade. So to be fair, last time we got Sam Wilson Captain America, this is like all new, all different. I was reading Avengers at this time, so I actually do quite like this Sam Cap. It was part of a free pack. It came in a free pack with White Vision and actually, am I right or wrong in this?
Was it Kate Bishop?
I can't
was
remember.
Was it Kate Bishop?
The chat will tell me. Chat, where did he go? He was in a free pack. I know that for damn sure, but there was a couple of free packs.
I think it was Green Vision. I think it was Green Vision and Kate Bishop were with him. That's what I think it was.
Okay, it could be.
It was like the all new, all different Vision.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. Yes. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yes. Comic, Kate Bishop, and all new, all different Vision to go along with this. Yes, you're absolutely right. And it's quite hard to get. Like, he goes for a pretty penny on the aftermarket. He's quite hard to get. So again, I would say 2018, 2017. I'm talking, this is like 5+ years ago. So I do think the character design is a worthy re-release, because this character design lingered for a good while, even after All New, All Different. Both Captain Americas were running around at some point in the comic. So I do think it's a character design
still are. Both are still Captain America at the minute, yeah.
Exactly. So I do think it's a character design that is worthy of a re-release, and at least they've tweaked it and give us the wings, which is an essential part to Falcon Cap, that we never got with the first version. Obviously, they've updated the wings, so I assume the wings are like a backpack that you plug into into the back of him. The new shield. It would have been nice if they had went that step further and updated the body and give us the pinless legs and arms. Of course, I'm going to say that's a nitpick. But as a single packed exclusive, of course, we were meant to get the new Captain America movie this year in 2024. So you can understand why that these two exclusives we're about to talk about are Captain America themed, because we were meant to get a Captain America movie in 2024. However, obviously that's been moved off the slate. We're not going to get that until 2025, but these things are made way in advance. Hands have already been shook. Walmart and Target are both getting Captain America themed exclusives, and this, I believe, is the Target exclusive. Again, if I'm wrong about that, let me know. We don't have Targets or Walmarts in the UK, so sometimes I forget. But what do you think of this? I think a fair re-release here, and it's got worthy upgrades as well.
To be fair, I prefer this route for the store exclusives, because again, especially for the Americans, there's sometimes hard getting these figures. So if they're just going to do minor updates with like little things, so like that Moon Knight, like that Spider-Man from earlier this year, they weren't, if you got the originals, you could still get them. It wasn't like essential figures that you can only get by going to Target. Like if you've already got this Cap, the only bonus is that he's got some wings, so it's not too much of like an update. But then for people who missed out, it's a good way to get that figure. It gives the stores something new, it gives people to come in there. So yeah, it's not a bad update. Again, they could have gone all the way and updated all pinless, but then that probably wouldn't have been cost effective as a store exclusive. So yeah, for what it is, again, not for me, but I'm happy with it. No complaints.
Yeah, it does look like it's a backpack attachment, because you can see the shoulders going over the shoulder, so it probably clips in and then over the shoulders for a little bit more secure. But yeah, like Rich said, it's a store exclusive. If you don't need it, you can walk on by. If you missed out, you can get him, and if you want to upgrade, you have that option as well. I think Falcon Cap has to have the wings, so I will absolutely be trying to track this down for the wings. I think they look great as well. They are new wings. I don't think we've had these before. They're not like, I don't think they're repainted like vulture rings or anything like that, right? I think they are unique and new for Sam.
Yeah.
And
this is a Target exclusive, so if you are looking for it, hit up Mike Hex, the king of Target.
Yeah, Mike Hex. I think Mike Hex lives in a tent in like the Target. Do you know, like, there's probably like a camping section of Target. I think Mike lives in the tent in that section, and no one's aware that he actually lives in Target. But yeah, there you go. So there is Sam Cap. The other reveal was also a Captain America themed reveal. There you go, Target exclusive. Should have kept scrolling. The other reveal was this. Again, this is like a controversial Cap, because at the time when he said Hail Hydra, nobody knew it was the Cosmic Cube, and everyone thought they were like red cotton the Captain America history, and there was a bit of an uproar. And then this is the fallout of that, because this is Secret Empire, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like the Hydra version of Cap.
Yeah, so this is Hydra Cap, Secret Empire Cap. He's got the pointy shield. In the comics, I wish that's my little nitpick about this figure. In the comics, the shield broke into two parts, so we would have a spiky bit and then a shieldy bit, and so we could use it as a weapon. So I would have liked to have seen him go the full hog with the shield and make it comic accurate, where it unclips and he can have a spiky, pointy, stabby part of the shield and then a regular shield. But it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. They've done this for aesthetic sake, I'm sure. But at least it's an accurate looking shield for this version of Cap. And it's also built on the Ultimate Captain America, which is a great Marvel Legend. Completely pinless, a solid Marvel Legend. So if we know it's based off that, we already know it's a solid Marvel Legend. It's all about now, is this a version of Cap you want? Because it is a very Pacific version of Cap. So you may not need it. That's absolutely fine. But if you do need it, at least you know it's on a solid, more modernized Marvel Legend base body, completely pinless. What do you think of it? Do you even like the story that he's from? I remember reading Secret Empire, so I know this Cap quite well.
I like Hydra Cap. I think it's a good looking figure. Again, all pinless, updated body. I think it looks really nice. Again, it's a Walmart exclusive. So again, this is like the opposite of the Sam Cap, where it's just reused. This is all new that we haven't had in 6-inch before. And yeah, I like it. I wish it was in a mainline release. I think this is going to be a lot more people are going to want this than are going to want the Sam Cap version. But yeah, a good looking figure. I will be getting this one. It looks really nice, like that, like the head sculpt and everything. I think that is that a new head sculpt?
No, I think it's the same.
The Ultimate one.
Yeah, the Ultimate one had the same head. I think it's just repainted. Again, we don't know what accessories come with these. I would assume probably this could be the only head, to be fair. But what's interesting is that both that Sam Cap and this Cap in these particular looks were running around in the comics at the exact same time. So like, you will find comic panels with Falcon Cap and this Captain America together. So like, they actually pair up perfectly on the shelf if you want them to display together. So both Caps running around in the comics at the same time, because Cap was an old man for a long time, and then he wasn't an old man again, and then he became Captain America. Fun times. Yes, people, I've read comics at some point. Very, very small window of like 2015 to 2018. Like and then I stopped. I was buying too many figures. I had to stop. I couldn't afford my pull list anymore. But there you go, Walmart exclusive. There you go. So Target and a Walmart exclusive. And again, it's because the Captain America movie was meant to come out this year, so they have Captain America themed exclusives. But the film's not coming out, but we still get the comic figures because they are fair game. They are absolutely fair game. Right, moving on to X-Men 97. We've already seen these. Obviously, we've discussed these, but they obviously had the opportunity to talk about them. They didn't reveal anything that we hadn't figured out ourselves, to be fair. But they do look really nice on card. And the fact that they're on card there means they're not far away either. So I'm assuming February time, I reckon we'll end up getting these. And do you reckon February?
Well, considering we've already got the Void Wave, the Spider-Man Retro is shown up in Hong Kong. I mean, that is everything that's been revealed and pre-ordered up to date now. So yeah, I would predict if I think we're getting Spider-Man Wave in January, so I'd imagine these would be like February time.
Yeah, I'd say February as well for these. But this is what we want to get into. Wolverine's 50th anniversary. We have been talking about this and speculating about this. There has been leaked lists about this for a good while now. But again, until it's actually revealed, like, let's be honest, based off the leaked lists that we discussed on this channel, it's fair game. I thought it was fair game to speculate around rumours. There were some correct things, but then also people were off with their predictions, because sometimes the leaked lists are so vague, people will just assume it's one thing and then it turns out being something else. So until figures are actually revealed, you never actually know what they're going to be. So there are a couple of examples of that here. So let's discuss, shall we? Wolverine's 50th anniversary. We are getting 4 2-packs. Remember, you can vote on your favourite 2-pack in the live chat poll right now. If you are just joining us late, please get involved in the poll. 173 votes so far. Which is your favourite 4-pack? So far, Casual Wolverine and the Jim Lee Sabertooth are in the lead, and I don't think that will change, but we shall find out when we go through these. So, like, first up, we have got Brood Wolverine. So we have the brown suit Wolverine with the Brood body parts. So it's got the pinned legs, but the pinless upper body with the extra Wolverine articulation. So he's got the big butterfly joint. They've also updated the arms and a really nice Paul Harding head sculpt, I believe. I actually think it's a great representation of Brood Wolverine in figure form. Selfishly Rich, when they revealed this, I was hoping we would get interchangeable parts, interchangeable head, and I know probably asking for interchangeable arms is too much, but do you know, interchangeable parts to have a brand new brown suit Wolverine as well? But that wasn't to be. That wasn't to be, but it is still a great representation of the Brood Wolverine for sure. Looks really, really good. There's that sort of iconic cover he's trying to recreate. And that, of course, pairs up with the Lilandra that we have already seen. So Lilandra was revealed in Italy a few weeks ago, about a month ago.
I really like Danion's t-shirt, his jumper, his Christmas jumper. Look at that. That's so good.
Have to ask him, where did he get it from? Dan,
I know, look at me. I need to upgrade my game. Get that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lilandra is basically what we knew, completely pinless, new head sculpt, and she also has the staff accessory, which we hadn't seen before. Ryan Ting was keeping it secret from us, but we all assumed that she would come with her staff, of course. So now it's officially been revealed that Lilandra is paired up with a Brood Wolverine. What do you think, Rich? Do you actually like this? Is this a good pairing? Is this something you want? I know you want Lilandra, but
I want Lilandra. Yeah, this fits much better than what I thought, because I was like, how the hell can they put Lilandra with Wolverine, a character who has appeared in some comic books with Wolverine but has never really had anything to do with Wolverine? So by putting it as a Brood version of Wolverine, it fits better for my OCD head, Dan. I'm not gonna lie. This fits better than what we were suggesting. So and the Brood figure looks nice. I know you said about the interchangeable parts, but I think if they'd have done that, they would have needed a completely new Wolverine.
I agree. Again, that's just me.
And that is the only thing I'm surprised with these reveals. Is there's in the Spider-Man wave, there was like a definitive version of Spider-Man in like his costume, and all of these are like alternate versions of Wolverine. There's no like, I thought they would be some version either on the brown or the tiger stripe of Wolverine, completely updated, almost like, like the Black Widow, like an ultimate Wolverine with like 4 different heads, all the claws, all the swords, all the different armors, like a mask that got everything in one pack. And they didn't do that here. It was just the 2 packs. Shout out to Rectangular in the chat and shout out to David Displays. It was the 2 packs that they'd all rumored for the last couple of months and nothing else. But they did say that there's an Amazon exclusive, and they didn't reveal any of these being Amazon exclusive. So I'm guessing maybe there's like a 5th pack maybe to be revealed.
I think they said one of them is a shared Amazon exclusive.
Right, okay.
I think they did. I think that we'll have a look, and we have a look at the graphics. Did David Displays or Rectangular say it was Brood Wolverine? Were they that specific, or was it just Wolverine?
No. No one got the Brood Wolverine. No one, I don't think, named Brood Wolverine, and I don't think anyone got the people got the characters right, but not all the uniforms right. So yeah, so the Brood Wolverine, I don't think anyone specifically said it. I think probably in their videos they might have gone through that when they went through options for Wolverine. But I think it was Civilian Wolverine was listed with this one. I'm pretty sure that was David's video with Civilian Wolverine. So we did get Civilian Wolverine, but that was with Sabertooth type of thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying it proves my point. Like, it's always, again, leak lists are fine. Some people just want to know everything. But you never know until they actually officially reveal it. Because, again, Brood Wolverine wasn't leaked, but people knew we were getting Lalandra in a 2-pack. So again, there's always, until it's officially revealed, you never quite know what it's going to be. But yeah, Lalandra, Brood Wolverine is the first of these 2-packs. And just a quick note on the packaging, I actually quite like what they've done here. Again, like, I know people open up their figures and some people don't care about packaging, but I do like that we've got some original art on the back that mimics some of the comic art. And then they've said that these variant covers will be made available in the future on some future issue in X-Men, I'm sure. So, like, if you wanted to keep one on card, you could end up getting the actual comic to pair up with it, which is just a nice touch. So, yeah, just a little mention of the packaging. Do you like stuff like that, Richard? Do you just not care?
I mean, I checked the boxes, so I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. But it's nice. It's nice for people. It's nice that they're getting like comic book artists to do these. It's better than the bloody renders. Anything is better than bloody renders. No more renders.
That's the point I'm making. They're making a bit of effort here. There's a bit of collaboration there going on.
And Rectangular says in the chat that none of the specifics used for Logan were in any of the lists, so it was just listed as Wolverine.
Yeah, again,
that was like,
that's fine.
People speculating and stuff like that.
That's fine. It just proves my point that until the reveal happens, you never quite know. Like, lists of like you get the template, don't you? You sort of know what to expect, but then until it's revealed, you don't know what accessories are going to come with. You don't know what interchangeable head. You don't know what version. So again, that's fine.
I base my life around what Rectangular says, Dan. I don't know about you, but that's what I do.
He needs to make more videos because I'm refreshing.
More videos.
I'm refreshing. I'm like, Todd, come on, I need my fix. What Marvel Legends are coming in 2024, Rectangular? This time last year, I knew everything that was coming out in 2023. Right now, I'm like, come on. Right, okay, next up. So, this is currently the most popular 2-pack amongst the people in the live chat. It is the Jim Lee Sabertooth that I think people wanted, and paired up with the Cowboy Wolverine nobody wanted. That's how they get you. That's how they get you to spend those big bucks on the figure that you did want. So it is Wolverine and Sabertooth with this weird camera, tabletop camera angle. But there they are. So, Rich, I think it's very obvious that everyone wanted the Jim Lee Sabertooth on this bigger, bulkier body. Now, the chat are better at this game than me, so I'm not going to say with 100% confidence, but is that the Omega Red body with a bigger, bulkier body with the butterfly joints?
Oh yeah, it might be. It has got the butterfly joints, doesn't it?
It's got the pinned leg, you see, which Omega Red had. So I think it's a repainted Omega Red body, but they have give him the updated arms because he's got the claws on his arm. So he's got the pins on the legs, but pinless arms because they've been updated. But it's the Omega Red body. If I'm wrong, someone will tell me quickly in the chat.
His thighs are huge, isn't they? Just look at that. He's been doing leg day, haven't he?
Yeah, he does not. Sabertooth does not skip leg day.
Do you know what? Though, look, the one thing that I want from this Sabertooth, which I don't know if it will work, but what I really, really want. What do you think I want, Dan, from this Sabertooth?
Zigga Zigga. Oh no, you just want the furry cowl piece.
Yeah, I hope it plugs into the old one. That's all I want. I'll have my 2 of them. Because my poor Sabertooth with my lost fur to the times of Aberystwyth, which I've never rebought. Like, I need another piece to like plug into that one, and then I can have my 2 Sabertooths.
Yeah, no, I think he looks great, and I love that he comes with 2 head sculpts as well. Could be possibly
and great taste in women. Sabertooth has got.
Well, we could potentially update our previous Sabertooth as well. I'm just laughing at the chat because Gatey's Toys is saying, I love your display. I appreciate that. I put a lot of work into this new display. I'm going very I can't even say the word, minimalistic display. I've got, it's a project. It's a project over the Christmas break. I'm looking forward
He's
to
got 200 Sue Storms in the background there that you can't
Look,
see.
I've got the biggest Marvel Legend ever made on display behind me, and Gatey's Toys didn't even notice. There he is! He's right there! He's hiding behind me the whole time. Rich didn't notice him. He's a secret. Right. Sabertooth, looking good. Where's I've got a box. So it comes with 2 hands and an interchangeable head. I've actually got the boxed picture here. There it is. So we didn't really talk about Cowboy Wolverine. So Cowboy Wolverine, 2 heads. The boat, actually, let me go back and look at these pictures because I thought it was just different hat. Is it 2 heads or just 2 hats?
It's 2 heads.
In the box, it just looks like a hat.
No, it is alternate heads, I think they've said.
No, I think it is, but they've just it's just given. Just hidden in his head. Oh, Wolverine gets an interchangeable hat. There's a
He's
head.
got a new hat.
There's a head next to my hat. Yeah. But he's got a new hat. Yeah, I do love that. The Malibu Stacy episode of Simpsons Smithers. But he's got a new hat. Where's my images gone? What do we get? We get the card holding hand. There it is. We get the card holding hand. Their face sculpt are different. The face change. Has he just got more hair on the side of his face? He's got a smirk in that one, hasn't he?
It's more bigger hair, I think.
Bigger hair and a smirk, combed hair and a stern face. This is easier. Black hat, brown hat. There you go. Easy. Done. Figured that out. The cards are a separate piece that he can hold. And he also comes with clawed hands as well. And they are the newer claws, the better claws, it seems, that we have gotten.
He's got hair on his chest as well. That's the first.
True. That's true. Hairy chest and hairy arms. This isn't the Old Man Logan body, right?
I don't think so.
I think the legs are, because the bout, I swear we've seen that bout before with Old Man Logan.
In the new the lower legs, though, isn't that the new suit?
No,
suit
they've
legs?
got pins.
Is it the old one?
It's Old Man Logan legs, I think. We'll find a picture here. Where we side on? Yeah, he's got pins. I think it's the new arms. I think it's the new arms, new pinless arms, but pinned legs. Sabertooth again, new arms, pinned legs, and it was alright. Is it the Omega Red body? Did anyone correct me? No one said anything. No one said nothing. Usually, if I'm wrong, people usually tell me, so that's fine. That probably means I was correct. So yeah, there we go. So more art on the back. There it is. So again, do you agree with the chat, Rich? Do you agree with the chat? Is this the best? Don't say what it is yet, because we've still got 2 more to go. But do you agree with the chat? Just, is this the best set?
Sabertooth was, I think, to have a Wolverine series without Sabertooth, you couldn't do. So I'm ecstatic that Sabertooth is in, and it's a much needed update as well. It is, like, I think, going to be the definitive Sabertooth on my. It's the one that's going to be kissing my nail on my shelf. It will be this Sabertooth. But I don't know, because I quite like the next set as well, which I was not expecting. So we'll get to it.
So this is the chat's current favourite 2-pack that was revealed today: Wolverine, or Logan, however you want to call him, and the Jim Lee Sabertooth. This is the Jim Lee Sabertooth that people were wanting. I also very much want it, and Rich wants his furry collar and nothing more. So if you want to get rid of your furry collar, Rich will buy it off you. He lost his down the back of his shelf, and he can't be asked to get it. So there you go. That's why.
I can't get it. I'm banned from Aberystwyth dance, so I can never get it again.
That's true. It's said somewhere else. This is the Amazon part Amazon exclusive that we talked about earlier. See it there? Pulse and Amazon shared exclusive.
Yeah, there we go. So that's the Amazon one. That makes the most sense, because I think this is going to be the most popular one of all for Amazon to pick this up, I suppose.
Yeah. So, but we'll be able to get it on Pulse. Amazon UK is always a bit weird. Last year we did get a few things quick, but then some things really slow, and they never put Legends on sale. Very annoying.
Amazon Germany, they'll get on it. You probably get the Spider-Man wave there already.
Right, next up. Now, this 2-pack we have discussed in depth, because there are multiple versions of poor Betsy that we have wanted in Marvel Legends form. And the rumours were heavy that we were going to get a Betsy, and everyone was leaning more towards Outback Betsy. Because the leaked list was saying Armoured Psylocke, everyone went to Outback Psylocke. But if you actually watch mine and Rich's stream, Rich is a clever guy. He actually put in there and said we're going to be getting possibly Mandarin version of Psylocke, and that's exactly what we have gotten. Seems to be Dwight, one of Dwight's favourites, so it's been given some love in figure form. It's got brand new effect pieces, which I don't think we've seen. I quite like that. I like seeing new effect pieces. We're probably about to see these now for the next 4 years in every single plastic colour imaginable. But at least it's something new. At least it's something different there. Some bubbly sort of effects. She seems to have 2 points of articulation at the waist. So you can see she's got the diaphragm swivel at the top. But it looks like she may also, again, I don't know for sure, but underneath that skirt piece, there may also be a ball joint. So she actually may have some great articulation at the torso. She's got the pinless arms that are newly sculpted and the pinless legs. Double jointed. She's got the new cape, new effect pieces, really nice sinister head sculpt. I reckon she looks really, really good. She's got a second head sculpt as well. Another effect piece. Clearly Dwight Stall's favourite, and he has not been shy about it, as she has been given some absolute love, and she looks great as well. So this is like... my knowledge of Mandarin is Psylocke is what you've taught me. It's when she basically first switched bodies in Madripoor, and she was the Mandarin's sort of assassin, his sort of right hand lady, if you will. That is about right.
So yeah, so she's basically Kwanan is one of the like lead assassins for the Hand, and she's like mind washed. Betsy's mind is put into this new body, and she becomes Lady Mandarin, running around Madripoor. Wolverine finds her, like brings her back, makes her remember who she is, and it is a fantastic, fantastic storyline. Great Jim Lee art. To get this in figure form, it's amazing. I mean, we still never had a Caucasian Psylocke. This is again Asian Psylocke, so that's like a whole thing that we still need Caucasian Psylocke.
Hasbro racist.
Oh God, wow.
Check.
But this is honestly of everything. If you would have told me we were getting a 50th wave of Wolverine figures and all of the budget on the new figure with new molds would be spent on Lady Mandarin Psylocke, I would have laughed in your face, Dan. But I'm glad they did. I feel like this is the rich They were like, we haven't done Jubilee, but we'll give you the next best thing. We'll do Lady Mandarin Psylocke. She looks flipping amazing. I love that she comes
with head sculpt.
That's it. She looks like a psycho bitch. And then she's got a more normal head sculpt as well. So it's great. She's got like the new effect pieces.
The first time she used that dagger, wasn't it? The first time she used her side dagger was sort of...
so because she's like more the ninja assassin now, she's got like the side daggers and the side swords, whereas before she had like the butterfly effect. But it's just a great looking figure. Like the Wolverine is like...
Oh yeah, we haven't even mentioned him. We haven't even mentioned him. No one wanted this. No one cares for this. There is a version with the sort of patch head sculpt, very confusing ninja Wolverine. But they have upgraded this. So this is the better version of that Wolverine, as it's pinless legs, newly pinless arms, and it's got 2 Wolverine head sculpts without the patch. So it's actually... For fodder, it's actually not bad because you get 2 unmasked Wolverine heads. And
to be fair, in this storyline, he does wear that costume, so they do pair it together. It is not inaccurate, But it's just like, I think for this wave, for this set, Psylocke is the star of the show. Lady Mandarin Psylocke. She looks like she's like comes straight out of the comic book. I think they get a lot of criticism sometimes that it doesn't look like the comic books or whatever. This does. This looks like that cover, like Betsy, like as a psycho just standing there, like glowering over Wolverine. This looks amazing. I love this reveal. Like, if you'd have asked me for all the Psylocks I could have had, I would have picked out back Psylocke. But seeing this like in person, like seeing it on the stream today, seeing it in these promo pictures, I'm glad they went with this one. I think they've knocked it out of the park. I love this one.
Yeah, you could hear Dwight gushing about it. So, like, you can tell Dwight has put some extra attention into this figure, as it's one of his personal favourites, and it looks great. It genuinely does. I ain't got nothing to nitpick about it. Hopefully, if that articulation at the torso is what I hope. Of course, people each to their own, but some people don't like the plastic capes. But again, that is the Marvel Legends aesthetic, whether you like it or not. That is the Marvel Legends style, and they've executed it really well. Again, like Rich said, if I was being asked which version of Psylocke I wanted next, it would have been the Outback version of Psylocke. But I will take this. This is the look that Psylocke had before she had her more iconic sort of one-piece ninja look, right? That Jim Lee one piece. Yeah. This predates that. This is before she had that look. So in your timeline of Psylocke's, this predates that more regular Jim Lee sort of swimsuit one piece style look. So again, we just need Caucasian version now.
and she has gone back to this look a couple of times, like in when she went to like the astral plane and they have like their astral armor. Betsy's was kind of like modeled off this, and then in the Rick Remender run where she became like the Death, one of the like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, like in the future, she was wearing a look very similar to this as well. So it fits in other places, and it looks great. It's like such a different look from Betsy, from the usual purples and the pinks. Like I think it'll stand out on the shelf as well. And yeah, just a fantastic looking figure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Probably one of the highlights of today. Both of the head sculpts are epic, by the way. Two things. First, she is called Mandarin Psylocke. So where the hell is our Mandarin, Hasbro? Come on now. I'm assuming you're saving him for the Iron Man retro wave incoming in 2024. But we absolutely need a Mandarin, please. Thank you. And also, Rectangular makes a good point in the chat. He says he senses that these parts will be reused for Lady Deathbird.
That would be good for Deathbird. That would be good reuse as well.
Makes sense. So yeah, this is definitely a highlight of today for sure. I agree with Rich. I think Sabertooth for me is up there as well, but I like this more than I thought I was going to.
Jay in the chat is asking which omnibus will I find this storyline. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's in the Chris Claremont, Jim Lee trade paperback, the first trade paperback. I
think Jay has these on his shelf. I think he said he needs to read them or pick up. I swear he was saying that earlier. So I think he just needs to turn around and they're on his shelf somewhere.
It's just after the end of the Outback era, and then just before like the Jim Lee blue and gold costumes look. So it's like the in between bit of that. So I think it is the Jim Lee Chris Claremont first omnibus. That's what I think. Uncanny X-Men Jim Lee Chris Claremont Volume 1.
Early 90s, right? Early 90s.
I think 80s maybe, late 80s.
Okay.
Just before, because it was 1991 was X-Men Volume 2 Issue 1, where like the Jim Lee debuted in the iconic costumes. So this was like a couple of years before that, because you've got to get through a couple of crossovers and like a couple like the X-Men in Space, Savage Land Rogue, all that kind of stuff first, Mir Island Saga. So I'd say 88 at a guess, 87, 88 maybe.
Okay. 88 is a great year. That's probably that.
Someone Google it, see if I'm right. See if I just got mastermind with my X-Men knowledge.
Someone Google it. Let us
Rich M, what are you here for? X-Men comic books from 1980 to 2020.
We should do a themed show one day and do something like that. We get the chair, I'll black out the room and everything. Right, okay, there she is. Right, let's keep going. So yeah, the Wolverine, to be fair, like, Ninja Wolverine is updated, like I said. So it's a pretty solid pack, to be honest. Like Rich said, they go together as well. I just like that it comes with 2 head sculpts. That, again, you could pop them off and use on any other of the million Wolverines we already have and give your other figures an upgrade. So, could do the switcheroo. But there you go. We never seen the front of the box. I've also had the promo images sent by marketing, and they haven't sent me any promo images for this set. So... why are they holding the front of the box? I have no idea, but we have not got a picture of the front of the box. I've got the front of the box for these two, but not the other two, annoyingly. I don't know why. No idea. Ryan, if you're lingering, let's have the front of the box for these as well, please. Thank you very much. Right, last 2-pack for Wolverine. Now, this one, everyone was bang on the money with this sort of leak. So we knew that we were getting this one for a while, and it does look good. I'm not going to lie. This is an instant pre-order for me. Out of all the variant Wolverines we have had over the years, right, Rich? Don't ask me why, but Tiger Stripe's up there, Brown Suit's up there, and then I wanted this. I just wanted Wolverine in a little dicky bow in a white suit. But it makes so much more sense for him to be paired up with Joe Fixit, aka the Hulk. And we did spoil this on a recent stream, but I'll say it again right now. That's actually Wolverine and Hulk. You know, that's not Patch and Joe Fixit. That's Wolverine and Hulk in disguise. You probably couldn't tell it was Wolverine because of the eye patch. But you
the Madrigal police are going to be after him now, Dan. You've given it away. You've given away the whole storyline. All those people now.
Run. But yeah, so I think these look great together. So obviously this is the Joe. We have had 2 Joe Fixit in recent time. One was a Build-A-Figure that was based off the Game-Over skin of the Hulk in an Avengers game that nobody liked, so I've never bothered playing it. And then we've also had a re-release this year, as a couple of months ago, of a better Joe Fixit that is more comic formed. But he's wearing his sort of blue suit. Joe Fixit, in my head, even though that one is accurate, of course it is, my mind's eye of Joe Fixit is this, just because of that bloody cover and that story. So this is the Joe Fixit I wanted on my display. So I have not got that previous Joe Fixit this year. I might backtrack and get it at some point. But this is the one I wanted. And out of all the Wolverines, I don't care that I have to buy another Wolverine. These two make so much sense to go together. I think they look great. They're ready for their dinner party. Both of them come with interchangeable heads as well. I think they look great. Rich, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think with Patch and Mr. Fix-It, there was no other way they could have done this set. So I think this was the easiest one to predict from the names and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a good looking set. It's an iconic cover. It's an iconic look for Wolverine. And it makes sense to celebrate the anniversary of Wolverine. I think this is a look a lot of people love. They have a lot of affinity for the like 90s, 80s, late 80s and early 90s run. And yeah, a good alternate identity for Wolverine, which has shown up many times over the years as well. Because, you know, it's so hard to even tell it's Wolverine. It's such a good disguise, best disguise ever.
Honestly, I didn't know. I wouldn't know unless people told me. But yeah, it's crazy that is Wolverine. Two head sculpts, you can tell because this one's the smirky head sculpt. See that little smirky grin? It's like, haha, nobody knows it's me, Wolverine. And then this head sculpt is a little bit more angry looking, going, oh no, they found out I'm Wolverine. That's what those two expressions are. And then we also get two with Joe Fixit as well. A grumpy sort of flat-headed Joe Fixit, and then also I think an angry one. Yeah, an angry one as well. Again, I think these are at least the Hulks are Tom Hardy head sculpts, I believe. I think I've seen him tweeting about it. Again, looks great. Genuinely looks really good. So again, another great looking 2-pack. Again, back of the box, but no front of the box. For some reason, I don't have the front of the box. Hasbro, send me the picture of the front of the box. Thank you very much. So there we go. So, Rich, now we have revealed all 4 sets. The chat, actually, where's the chat? The chat still believe that the Jim Lee Sabertooth and the Wolverine is the best set. 63% of 200 votes, by the way. 200 votes. 64% now, with over 200 votes, are saying the Jim Lee, Sabertooth, and Wolverine is the best 2-pack. Which does Rich M, Mr. Displayed Once, think is the best 2-pack?
See, I like the Sabertooth, and I think for the wider audience, I think that is going to be the most popular one. I think that is... It's a celebration of the 50th anniversary, and Sabertooth Wolverine is, I think, iconic, an iconic moment for everyone, whatever version of Wolverine you like. So I think by putting Wolverine in his like civilian attire as well, it's a good way to do that pack, because you don't, you know, it's not brown look, it's not tiger stripe look, it's not astonishing X-Men look, it's not modern day look. It reflects all areas of Wolverine with his best villain. But for me, I'm going controversially, which I know no one else is liking, but Mandarin Psylocke is my pick. Because it's just really unexpected, but fits with Wolverine. It's just a good looking figure, and it's got the Wolverine that goes with it as well. It makes sense to me. So I don't think there's much of a miss in this wave. Lilandra and Wolverine make the least sense in my mind for an anniversary line. But as figures, Brood Wolverine and Lilandra, they both look good. They're figures we haven't had before. So I'm okay with that even. I will get all the 4 of these. There's not one I will miss.
The connection is space. The Brood is from space. The Shi'ar Empire are in space.
There you go. You can work for Hasbro, Dan.
The connection is there. I said that on a previous stream though. I said that's all they need is a connection. That's it. Space. That's it. They're in space. So yeah, unfortunately only 8% think the Mandarin Psylocke. But I do think it's because it's such a pocket of comic history, and if you haven't read it or you're not familiar, it's just not the wider known Psylocke. But if you are familiar, like you are, then it's absolutely a bang-on figure. And I do think that will grow on people, especially when they get it in hands, or even like Jay's doing, backtracking, reading the story. And again, that's the magic about Marvel Legends. I try and say that all the time, is that if a figure comes out and you don't know what the character design is, don't just poo-poo it and be like, not for me, skip. Read the comic, go back and do the research, be intrigued. You might actually find some material that you really like, and it's all part of the hobby. So don't be scared to go back and do a little bit of research and find out why Psylocke went into that body in the first place. Do you know, like
this, the Psylocke storyline from there on is mental. It's really good as well, especially when Revenge comes into it. In the early issues of X-Men, she's she's fucking nuts. She's like, I can't swear, sorry, because we got demonetized last week. Apologize. But Betsy is bloody bonkers in it. There's one bit, she's walking around in just a towel, seducing Cyclops, and he spills oil on the floor because he's doing his car, and she's licking the oil off herself in a seductive manner when Jean Grey is getting mad.
That's just some perverted writers.
Yeah, but she's got torso articulation, Dan. He should have chosen Betsy. I would have chosen Betsy. Betsy for president. There we go.
Okay, let's keep going with the reveals then. Right, so I think they showed a picture. Yeah, so there you go. That is it. So, Rich, are we going to get any more Wolverine anniversary figures? Are there more to come? Maybe not in the form of 2-packs, but are there some more? That little Wolverine logo we seen with the 50th anniversary, are we going to see that again in the Legends line in 2024?
Well, I think it's 4 2-packs. I think there's got to be something. I just think there's got to be more, because like last year's, even like the mini X-Men wave, it had 2 3-packs, a 5-pack, and 2 single releases, which is, by my quick math, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13 figures, I think. Is that right? I think.
I'm not doing math.
And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this has got 8 figures in it. So if they did another 5-pack, that would be 13. So maybe there's a 5-pack to come. And I think the thing that's missing from all this is like
iconic Wolverine.
A Wolverine, an iconic Wolverine.
Generic. This is what I mean. I genuinely think we've just got the new Jim Lee Wolverine in the animated line, which is a great looking Wolverine in the Tiger Stripe look. That can work in a comic display. I think we need a new updated brown suit Wolverine. Probably another just as popular Wolverine costume. It's always between those two amongst the community. Give us a newly updated brown suit Wolverine, like you said, with all the different hands, all the different heads, the cowl, everything, and just have it single pack. Like you said with Black Widow, that type of style, just one single packed pinnacle brown suit Wolverine. I think that would be an ideal cap, cherry on top to this Wolverine anniversary, because we get a lot of Wolverines, but none of them are his iconic, like, quintessential Wolverine looks, are they? They're all variants. So
and the other thing as well I think is missing is the other Wolverines, because it's the anniversary of Wolverines. So the other thing you could do is a 5-pack with Wolverine in his brown costume.
Yeah.
You could do Daken in his like dark Wolverine costume, which we haven't had in a long time.
In a long time. We haven't had, so yeah.
Yeah. You could do Laura then, X-23, when she was all new Wolverine. You could do Albert, the cyborg Wolverine, again,
LCD
missing.
and Albert, we've been saying we want them. So
then Chuck Honey Badger in. Honey Badger, come on, Honey Badger for the win. Honey Badger as well.
So plenty of Wolverine characters potentially still on the table. Are there any more Wolverine anniversary sets coming? I don't know. We can only go based off history. And as Rich said, last year we got a few more X-Men 2-packs, 3-packs, 5-packs, whatever it was. We even had single packs with Rogue. Rogue was a single pack. Blob was a deluxe. So there's still potential for more Wolverine sets. Again, Rectangular, where's your video at? Let's start the speculation. Shartamus is in the chat, and Shartamus says, I got in trouble in 6th grade for drawing that Tarot Psylocke panel in class. All the dudes in class huddled around and liked it. Hope all is well with the Who crew. We are very well, my friend. Hope you are well as well. I've been watching your recaps.
No saying that, right? So do you remember in school, did you have to just like wrap your exercise box?
Wrap them?
Like you had to put like posters or covering, you had to like wrap them to make...
Maybe, way back in the day, maybe.
I'm a bit older than you, and I like by like 3 years or something, but yeah, so we had to like wrap things and things. And I remember wrapping one of my geography books in Emma Frost. Like it meant nothing to me. It was just Emma Frost. So I was like, she's my favorite character. I'm going to put this around my geography book. I had to go and see the headmistress. They phoned my mother because I had this like woman with her boobs out in her like white costume. What am I doing with my life?
If only they knew.
If only they knew.
If only they knew, there'd have been no concern. But I think I sort of do remember that. I do remember drawing and scribbling and stuff like that in school. We're old, Rich. That's what it is. Right, okay, let's keep going. And Jay says he used to rap in school as well. All right, next up. Okay, let's just get straight into so they did their draft, and then after the draft, they saved one last reveal till last, and then they pulled this out from under the table, and it made an impression straight away. Like, that looks epic. Like, just on first thoughts, looking at that, I was like, oh, okay, I understand why they saved it till last. That looks like Angel, like proper pinless, a pinless angel on the Vulcan body, big, newly sculpted, really nice looking wings. The wings actually have some detail and paint in there as well. There's definitely a wash to bring out some of that sculpt. They fold in on themselves as well, so we can still stand there. Trevor must be very, very happy. Shout out 16 Shooter, who every time we talk about potential of wants and wish lists, he always talks about Angel. It's always a debate, blue or red, blue or red. Well, it's the red one. What I want to know what Trevor thinks. Is he happy with the red one? This looks very, very impressive. Dwight was about to reveal more. He was about to say, I won't tell you what else it comes with because I don't know what Ryan wants to show yet, or whatever he said. So there's either more accessories with this, or it's part of a 2-pack or something. I don't know. I don't really see it being part of a 2-pack because it's so big and consuming itself. So I'm thinking it's a deluxe, and it comes with an alternative head of some sort. But again, we weren't shown that. We don't know, so we can just guess. But what do you think? What were your first impressions of this angel?
Well, hark the herald angels sing, Dan. I've been waiting to use that one all night, haven't I? This is the reveal of the night for me. This is just an amazing looking figure. This is the angel that we've always wanted. This is Warren in his like both classic and modern kind of looks. So it just looks fantastic. The wings look great. It's nice finally to get like a winged angel rather than the archangel. But you were saying about the other reveals, so alternate head, yeah. But could we also get alternate wings? Because in modern times, Archangel has worn this costume with the metal wings. So we could get metal wings. Blue face in there as well. Alternate blue face. So you could do that. You could get the like a no mask, no like
the hair just
face
out,
sock type of thing. Yeah, just the head
face
flowing.
Sock. You've got
it's like a face sock.
Boob window and face sock.
And the boob.
These words are not used in fashion. I don't know. I don't work in fashion, but I've never heard the face.
They should be a face sock. That is a face sock.
Anyone
right?
in the chat ever used the term face sock? I'm just curious. Just not saying Rich is wrong. I'm just curious. Just for research purposes, let me know in the chat. I think it's crazy how this figure on the table right there is the same figure as that. Do you know, like, it's mad how that is the same as that. Like, that's how good the articulation is.
They should put a flight stand in there. That's what they should do because
if it was up to Ryan Singh, they absolutely would. If it was up to Ryan Singh, he'd be like flight stand with everybody. Even a character that doesn't lift off the ground, a grounded character that doesn't fly, Ryan Singh will be like, get one of those dynamic flight stands in there.
Professor X with the helmet chair and a flight stand.
Ryan's constantly trying to push those flight stands everywhere. They're just cheap on AliExpress. That's all it is, and they don't sell them on Hasbro UK either. So I can't even if I wanted one, I couldn't buy one. Little Leaf, thank you very much with the channel membership token. I appreciate that, Pete. Thank you so much. And it was caught by To Catch a Legend. To Catch a Legend. You have just been gifted.
He caught it. He
did. He caught it. He catched it. Yes, very good. To make sure you say thank you to Pete, Little Leaf Creations in the chat for showing some love with that channel membership token. Much appreciated as always. So yeah, there you go. They saved that reveal to last. So a worthy last reveal there. And again, that's potential there. Like, where is that? Is that again? Is it a deluxe? Is it part of a bigger pack? There's clearly more to be shown, like Dwight said. Clearly X-Men are not over in 2024. We are continuing to celebrate X-Men. We've been talking about plenty of characters we want in figure form. And it's nice to get a few of these ticked off. On the like again, we've got upgrades that we wanted, like the Jim Lee Sabertooth. We have Sabertooths, but I think this is the Jim Lee Sabertooth that people wanted. The Joe Fix-It is the version that people wanted. Lalandra, we now finally have a full figure. So there's definitely hits and misses amongst it, but I think the general consensus is this is a pretty solid showing from the Legends team here. At least from my perspective. Like, I like some things more than others, like everybody does, but I do think, like, as a general consensus here, I think this is a pretty solid showing for the end of the year. And Dwight was trying to hype us up as well. He was like, get ready for, I know it's their job to say this, by the way, I'm well aware, but he was like, get ready for a great 2024. And I do think with me reviewing the Void Wave this week Obviously, Rich is showing off Black Panther there. Black Panther review is filmed, uploaded. It will be up tomorrow after the stream, of course. So I do think this wave, it just feels different. I know that sounds stupid, Rich, but you know, like when the wave arrives and it's back in the normal packaging and it's in a normal format and it's just, I just feel like Legends are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. After a rocky sort of period, after the end of your Vengeance and the boring plastic-free packaging, it was just I don't know, there was QC issues. It was just a negative sort of cloud lingering over the community. And I do feel like the sun is now trying to slowly shine through. And again, talking about Hasbro is a whole different conversation. I'm not talking about Hasbro. That's a whole different conversation. I'm talking about Marvel Legends, the line that I love to collect. Just Marvel characters, world building on the shelf. I do think Marvel Legends are heading in the right direction. Am I just being biased because it's the line I love? Or do you reckon Legends is definitely heading in the right direction based off the Void Wave and the reveals from today?
I mean, it already 2024 seems better than 2023. I think, yeah, the extra heads on the X-Men wave is better than the first year. Like the new sculpting, like a lot of the figures now going to pinless, which I think is something we've asked for. Like more accessories, new sculpting. Like they are good things, but I think we would both be naive not to realize the stuff that's going on in Hasbro in the minute.
Of course.
And just shout out to everyone working at Hasbro. Like I'm not going to say shit about anyone because it is a shit time of year. And I think for all that happening in the minute, it is massively shit for anyone to lose their jobs, especially people who are doing a massively good job and giving us, you know, things that we generally love. We're not here because we hate these things. We're here because we do like them. And yeah, shout out to everyone working for Hasbro. Merry Christmas to you all. Honestly, it's just a rough time and I wish you all the best. Nothing but love for everyone at Hasbro in the minute.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with Rich. We're not naive. Of course not. But you know, I try and use this channel as a bit of fun, a bit of light-hearted part of the hobby. So I don't like to dwell on the negative news or whatever, but obviously we're not naive. We're well aware of it. So we're sending out positive vibes. But yeah, I just always try and focus on the toys. So again, when I'm praising Marvel Legends, that doesn't reflect onto me praising the corporation behind Marvel Legends. I'm just talking. I'm a Marvel fan. Like if McFarlane were making these figures, I'd be doing the same thing. It's about the Marvel characters for me. I love world building, that Marvel that I've grew up with. And I love having it in plastic on my shelf. So for me, it's never about the corporation or the brand or the company behind it. It's about the Marvel characters, and that's what I'm always excited about. So yeah, I always try and focus on the toys, but we're not naive. Shit's happening. It's not good. It's not a good look. So when I'm thinking about looking forward, I'm focusing on the toys. And again, I do think it's looking good. 2023 was okay. It was okay. But when we reflect on 2023... like I can pick out a handful of great figures, but then it was just there, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, we got a few new characters we didn't have and blah blah blah, but Black Widow's obviously a highlight, Blob's a highlight, but then everything else is just there.
Money said what?
She was early in the year.
Oh, sorry, I had a really bad French cough then.
She was early in the year. But yeah, I do think 2024 is looking good. Again, there's just 8 figures on the table right here, and there's a lot of newness there. Like you could probably count the amount of pins on that table on one hand. Do you know what I mean? Like there's only a few pins on the legs and that's about it. Other than that, we're moving forward with the new tech, the new tools in the library. And for me, it's all about, does that character look like it does from the source material I remember it from? So obviously that depends if your reference is from the movies or the comics or the cartoons, whatever it is. But these are all solid representations of the characters they represent from the comics. Full stop, period. I don't think anyone can challenge that. You show a civilian that front cover of Joe Fixit and Wolverine, and then show them these 2 figures, no one's going to go, oh, no, that's shit. They look like the source material. And at the end of the day, that's what we want on our shelves. So I do think it was a great showing. Of course, there's a few nitpicks, a few things I'd change and tweak, or things I'd prefer. But I just think genuinely overall, great showing. And let's go back to the chat and let's end this poll because it's not changed since we really started. Let's end the poll there. 83% for Casual Wolverine and Sabertooth. So there we go. Ended. Sorry, Mandarin Psylocke, you were there and last with only 8%.
She won me though, Dan. She won my heart.
She won your heart. That's
this woman who's done it.
Right, so obviously we've run a little bit later than we usually do. So if you do want to join us for the Dan Who Extra show, then it's still happening, people. It's still happening. So we are going to go live for the after show. So if you're brand new here and over 200 people watching, we have an after show for the Dan Who Deluxe channel members. So you can get involved with that. What's that, Rich?
We can speculate on the mystery reveal on the after show. What could it be?
Yeah. Maybe me and
The
Rich already
eternal
know.
flame.
Maybe we already know and we're just not telling you, but maybe we'll tell our good friends on the after show. Maybe. Let me remind the people what it's all about. So there you go. There's 12 X-Men you can buy. Wave 3, I think, is incoming. Give me Beast and give me Jubilee, and me and Rich will be very, very happy. Hit that join button, and you become a Who Crew Deluxe channel member, okay? It's the T out above Members Club. Members Club is Legend of the Liquor. Who Crew Deluxe is for the Dan Who Extra after show that happens every single Thursday after this show. Okay, so you can be a guest right now. Literally jump on this very same Zoom call with me and Rich and talk about these Wolverine reveals. But if you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine. But you do want to join us for some toy talk. We're going to be recapping our top 3 action figures of the year on Legend of Liquor this Sunday. I'm also going to be asking you your best legend of the year as well, so be prepared. The show is called Legends and Liquor, so I expect to know your best legend as well. But this Sunday, the 17th of December, Legends and Liquor, the last one of the year, we'll be crowning a new duck race champion. There's going to be multiple duck races. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be Duckgate is real. Duckgate is going to be come to a grinding halt. Season 2 is coming to an end before I rechange the rules. I think I'm actually going to have to make a duck race committee, Rich, and actually create some rules and a board that when issues happen I have to take it to the board. I think we need to make this very going into season 3, it needs to be a very stern, strict thing, so there's no shenanigans, but you got to be about Legend of Liquor this Sunday. Rich, until then, hopefully you can join us on Sunday. You are joining us, right, for Secret Santa and all that? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I'll be back for Sunday.
Perfect, so we'll see you Sunday, but until then, tell these beautiful people where they can find you online.
Well, this weekend you can find me out drunk in various places in the UK. I'm international. I'm in Wales. I'm in England. I'm everywhere. So yeah, hit me up if you want to drink. But I will probably be very drunk because this is my last Christmas weekend celebrating, and then I'm back in work next week. So yeah, but you can find me on Instagram at displayed once there, posting stuff, talking shit.
Going live at the middle of the night.
You going live drunk, yeah. And just ran, oh look, I've got a white Phoenix mini mate for no reason at all. Why is that there?
Just one last comment for you, Rich. Retro Vintage says face, sock and boob window are very common terms. So there you go.
There we go.
That's the confirmation we needed.
I use them every day at work, you know.
Sue, that's a nice boob window there, Sue.
No one else will get that.
I know, yeah. I know. Phil's laughing. Wherever Phil's laughing, he's laughing. Topless Scroob with the last super chat of the day. Oh, another face sock comment. I wear a face sock when I look at teat windows. Oh, for God's sake. We need to get out of here. We're going to the after show. If you want to be on the after show, start hitting me up on the DMs right now. Come and join us
on the after show. Scoob, come and join us.
Yeah, come and join us on the after show.
Scoob is a member.
Yeah, he can. He genuinely can, yeah. You're joining us topless for the after show. We'll be back next week. Of course we will. We've only got a couple more streams before the end of the year, so me and Rich will think of some good topics, but I think like top 10
topless?
of the, like top yeah, I'm thinking of nipples in a minute. We'll be doing a top stream of the year at some point, I'm sure, and we also want to talk about like our favourites and all of that, so we will be figure out some fun way to do that next week moving forward. But thank you very much. Let me know your favourite reveals in the comments of this video. If you are watching us on the replay, what were your favourite reveals? Tell us why in the comments. We'll get out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. Click one of these videos, probably that.
Watch Craglin for Christmas.
Craglin for Christmas. It's the only video this year I've put on YouTube that hasn't got to 1,000 views. I'm a small channel, alright, so sometimes this happens, but Craglin, he's not a bad figure. Go and check him out, alright, or watch that video as well.